I am starting to already get swept away in teaching work. When I was little, my mom came up with a story about the magical talking squirrel. I'm finally here the day that they've come out of the oven. So it's a wild party night here at the house. Me, Mom, and Gus. Hello and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome if you're new here. Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm a full-time university writing instructor and a part-time content creator and indie author. Welcome back if you're one of my lovely returning friends. It is great to have you all here. We're starting this day's Vlogmas in the garage, but just for a few seconds. Welcome to day 5, I believe we're up to, of Vlogmas. It is still quite early. The sun's just come up. I'm going out for a walk. Tamzin is editing her vlog from yesterday. She's editing that at the kitchen table. We've all been having a very slow day. I think it's all starting to catch up to us. And Tamzin and my sister have a busy day. I'm actually staying home. So Lisa is taking over hostess duties with Tamzin. I have to get caught up on work. So this just kind of worked out that today's the last day before Thanksgiving break for the university. So I've been doing little bits of stuff, but we kind of made this plan on Monday at Prescott. So it took some of the pressure off of having to do a ton of work yesterday. So I just kind of was putting off anything that wasn't super time sensitive, just putting it off to today. So today's gonna be pretty much a full work from home day. We'll still make it as fun and as festive as possible. But again, this is the realities of Vlogmas. You get the really big, exciting days like the last couple of days have been, and you get the quieter, more cozy at home days like today is going to be. I think Gus will be very happy to have Mom and I kind of cuddling on the couch with him, although Mom has a lot of baking planned for today. So it's also the day before Thanksgiving in today's vlog. So Mom will be doing some baking and lots of stuff like that. Anyway, I don't want to keep talking in the garage. I want to go for a walk because I do have office hours on Zoom later. So I'm trying to get out for my walk and just stretch my legs a little bit. It's not going to be far and it's not going to be fast. I am so tired and in so much pain. We'll probably talk about that a little bit more later today, but the fibromyalgia pain is not the one today. So yay. Anyway, this lighting is horrible and I'm on the iPhone on the front facing camera, which is even worse in low lighting. So I'm gonna stop talking for now. I will take you for a slow and gentle walk with me around my parents' neighborhood, and then we'll chat more when I get back. I am completely forgetting that I'm meant to be vlogging today. It's nearly 10 o'clock. I am starting to already get swept away in teaching work, which is why I'm getting very distracted. Tamzin is here putting on her makeup. She's very backlit by the window there. So she's just finishing putting on her makeup for the day. We're still waiting for my sister to make an appearance. She is, as I mentioned at the very beginning of this vlog, Lisa is the hostess with the mostest today, taking Tamzin around. I have office hours on Zoom starting in less than 10 minutes. I've got those for 2 hours. I've got, totally forgot about it, but I've got outlines to grade, rough drafts to grade for my business writing class, and I've got final drafts to start grading for my advanced composition class. I've got a bunch of emails to go through. I've got about 27 emails by the looks of it. Some of that, like there's at least a few here that are junk mail, so I won't need to worry about that. So I'm about to make a sticky note list of all the things I want to try to get done today while Lisa and Tamzin are out. You want to tell them what you're doing?
Yeah, sure.
Can you scoot over this way a little bit, because it's too backlit if I put the camera.
Oh, is my hair like a total mess?
No, it's cute.
I'm in the midst of getting ready, so please ignore my half done
she looks fine.
face and my hair clipped back. But we are firstly going to head to Trader Joe's. I think that's
are you?
stop,
okay.
Yeah, to grab some food, because then
okay, so don't do a full like Trader Joe's shop, because I was actually looking forward to going.
Yeah, no, we're going to go. We'll go again, but we're going to go just to grab some bits for today, because after that we are headed to Tortilla Flats, which I believe is kind of like a, I don't know how you would describe it, like a recreational area.
Yeah, it's a town. I use that word very loose. It's like one, not even a full like main street on both sides. It's just stores all on one side, and there's just a few shops. I think there's like a few shops and one saloon type restaurant, maybe, if even. I know there's like a general store that sells like fudge and ice cream and candy, and then like drinks and chips and things like that. The road, I think, kind of almost dead ends out there. Yeah, Mom and I and Lisa went out there years ago, and I did vlog that. I will try to dig that vlog up, but if you want to see more about that, you'll need to watch Tamzin's vlog. She's going to be vlogging all of that.
I will. So we're going to head over there and kind of do that, and then we are going to go to Canyon Lake, which is really close by there, and have a picnic by the lake with the things that we got from Trader Joe's. And then after that, I think the plan for the rest of the day is to just go to some stores. So we're going to do, I think, like Target and Kohl's potentially. Maybe get some bits. And then there was something else. Oh, going to the soda shop. I really want to try a soda shop. So
and that I am happy to let you do with Lisa.
We're going to go to Swig and grab a,
I think that was the one
like
thing.
It's not a cocktail because it's not alcoholic, but it's like a mix of things within a soda. Like they're all, they have like a menu of ones you can choose from with like purees and syrups in, or you can like custom make your own. And yeah, something really random that I wanted to do, so we're doing that today.
I think that was the one thing on your list for the trip that I was like, okay, well, if you want to.
If anyone watches, like, is it The Secret Life of Mormons? It's a TV show, and then it's like Mormon Talk, like on TikTok, but it's
Mom
really
Talk.
big. Yeah, it's in the Mormon community soda shops. And I've kind of been getting those videos on my For You page on TikTok and thinking, I'd quite like to try one of those, because I'm not a big drinker, so I drink a lot of mocktails, so I quite like the idea of like this soda shop, you know, it's like a fun thing. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then I think we're going to have Mexican food later. I think is still the plan. At a restaurant that Lisa really likes.
Because no one wants to cook dinner tonight, because tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so everyone's going to be doing a lot of cooking tomorrow night. So I've still got, Mom has some leftovers. I've got my leftovers from the Cheesecake Factory last night. Go watch yesterday's vlog if you want to see our epic trip to the Cheesecake Factory. We ordered so much food, but we took a lot of it home with us, so it kind of worked out for not having to cook today. So yeah, they've got a fun day of adventure planned if Lisa can get moving quickly here. So while they're out having fun, I'm gonna be home here working. So I'll be here with Mom and Gus. Mom is gonna start doing some baking. She's gonna bake the pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving, and the cinnamon pinwheel cookies that she makes with the pie crust. So I might help her with some of those. But for the most part, I have a ton of grading and emails to do. So I don't know what I'm gonna get started on first, and I've just realized I probably didn't plan this very well. I should have brought my iPad with me because I could have tethered my iPad and used it as an extra monitor. So I need to be on Zoom for 2 hours, and I need to be able to see my Zoom screen and see if a student pops into Zoom, but I also need to be able to use my laptop for other stuff, and work gives me a computer, which is lovely, but it's just a little MacBook Air. It's not a big screen Mac. So I need to see if I can split my screen and be able to see Zoom like in one corner while I'm still working in another window. So I've got 3 minutes before I need to log on, so I'll figure that out. It's gonna be fun for the next 2 hours trying to get some work done while also being on Zoom. Once I'm not worried about students coming into Zoom, I think I can just plow through a lot of work. So most of what I want to try to get graded today are things that are graded on completion. So I'm just looking through them and making sure that they've been done, and that they've been done to a sufficient length that they're not like turning in one paragraph and calling it a complete draft. That doesn't take that long. I'm not reading through everything in significant detail, but what's been submitted to my email, that I do need to look through in detail. And I think there's a few projects in there that I need to read, but it looks like there's also a lot of extra credit assignments that students are finally turning in. So I think most of my email will be fairly easy and quick to get through, but I think there are some drafts I see some things that have been sent via Google Docs, so that's usually a sign that there's something I need to look at and give feedback on for a student. So it'll be good. It'll all be fine. I'm gonna make some coffee later and just try to make myself as comfy as possible. But honestly, until Lisa and Tamzin leave, I might just have Zoom open and just chat with Tamzin while she's still here and while I still have her. So yeah, I will talk to you in a little bit. She will see you in her vlog, and then you'll see her back in this vlog probably later this evening. But yeah, I have less than 1 minute before I need to log on Zoom, so I'm gonna go now, and I will check in with you when I have something to update you on. I have no idea how this vlog is gonna go today. So I'm taking a quick break from grading, but Mom is starting to make the best part of Thanksgiving, the pumpkin pie. Yes. I'm so excited for this. It's my favorite thing, literally. I could live without the turkey, I could live without the mashed potatoes, I could just have a regular dinner for Thanksgiving dinner as long as I can have pumpkin pie. Let's come in here and chat for a minute. I don't know what I have to prop you up on a little bit higher. I will use the box that my squirrel candle came in, or my squirrel mug. Now I'm gonna need a squirrel candle. I finally tracked down a squirrel mug, but I need a squirrel candle. Honestly, I think if that candle jar thing I bought, if it had a little squirrel on it along with the deer, that would have made it even more perfect. Update, grading is going well. I am all caught up on grading for my business writing class. So that makes me very happy because I wasn't even really thinking about priority order, but that would be the priority for grading today because I was behind on the outlines, and then I needed to grade the rough drafts. So their final drafts are due this coming Tuesday after Thanksgiving. Whereas my advanced comp students, it's their final drafts. So they don't need me to grade those before the last day of class even, but like they're not waiting for me to grade that before they can move on to another assignment. So my advanced comp students are almost done. Some of them are behind, and I kind of do this on purpose with my in-person classes. This doesn't really become an issue in my online classes. So my 2 online business writing classes, their final draft of their project is due Tuesday, and then they have their end of semester reflective essays are due next Thursday. So they've got stuff, 2 things due the last week of classes. And I still have the week after next week and the week after Tamzin leaves to finish up all of my grading. So my grading is due, Tamzin leaves on the 7th, I think. 7th or 8th, whatever that Saturday is. My grades are due not the Monday right after she leaves, but the Monday after that. It's like the 16th. That being said, I want to finish my grading well before the day that they're due. I do not want to be working up until the 16th. My syllabi are due on the 20th. I also want to get those done ahead of time. I would really like to be done by the Friday after Tamzin leaves. I think that would be like the 14th, if not sooner than that. I think the like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday after Tamzin leaves, I'm just going to try to get as much work done each of those 3 days as possible. And I'm going to try to get as much work done next week. I think next Wednesday, we've been looking at the schedule and changing up our schedule a bit for while Tamzin's here, but I think next Wednesday I might have Lisa come pick her up and mom as well, and have them take her and go do stuff so that I can have another day to do office hours in the morning and then just plow through as much teaching work in the afternoon as possible. And then they're doing something with her next Thursday when I have to go teach. So yeah, I'm trying to spend as much time with her as possible, but it's been hard getting work done in the mornings and in the evenings before and after we go out and do something fun. And so I think having just 1 day a week where she can go out and do whatever she wants to do, but then I can be home just kind of head down over my laptop getting work done. So that's what the focus has been today, and so far it's been pretty good in terms of progress. I'm feeling like rubbish today. It's not a good time of the month, if you know what I mean, and I'm really struggling. I'm having so much fun with Tamzin. I really am. I'm not in the best place physically or mentally, but you know, being around friends is helping me mentally, but physically I'm dragging. I'm literally dragging. My walk this morning was okay. I felt like I was sleepwalking the whole time. I really did. I felt like if I closed my eyes for even a second while I was walking, I would just collapse. So it was not a very long walk. And then, I don't know if I explained earlier, but I showed a little clip. Mom had to call Andrea's roadside assistance to come pick her up. Her chain slipped off her gear or something on her bike, and my dad was out walking Gus. So my phone started ringing and I knew Mom was out riding her bike, so I immediately was like, "Are you okay?" She said, "I'm fine, but my chain slipped and my bike won't go anywhere. I need you to come get me. Your dad's still walking Gus." I'm like, okay, I'm on my way. So yeah, it was a bit of excitement this morning. Poor Mom. She was only like 29 minutes into her bike ride. So yeah, I'm just trying to have a really relaxing day today. I'm trying to help Mom where I can, but I don't think I'm not really being that helpful, to be honest. I think we're gonna still do some more baking throughout the afternoon. It's 1:45, so it's not late in the afternoon. It is afternoon, but it's not like late in the afternoon. And I don't think we're expecting Tamzin and Lisa back until closer to dinner, but then they're gonna come back and then go out again for dinner. I think it's a Mexican restaurant that my sister really recommends. So I still have leftovers from last night, and I just need a day. I feel like I just need a day to stay home and do as little as possible. I honestly feel more tired in just these last few days than I did in our first few days in London, and I don't fully understand why, because a lot of reasons. Like, I just don't understand why I feel this tired compared to how I felt in England. I should not be this tired at this point in the school year in November. This is how I normally feel in like April. So I'm a little concerned, but I'm trying not to think about that. What? It's called old age, according to Mom. It's called getting older. You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to be supportive and encouraging.
Yeah, it is. You're getting older, luckily.
Luckily, I'm getting older. As I said before in a previous video, whenever I get frustrated about the way my body is changing, I do have to remind myself it is a privilege to get older, and we do not talk about that enough. We do make getting older and aging seem like such a horrible thing, and it's really not. It is such a privilege, and there are so many people, and people I know in my own life or knew in my own life, who did not get to experience that. So I'm having a little bit of a self-pity day today because I just really don't feel well, but overall, Mom is right. Just don't tell her I said that.
Don't want to say, Mom, right?
Did you hear what I whispered?
No, but I heard.
But you knew what I was going to be whispering.
Exactly. Come on now. No, moms have eyes behind their head and ears in another room.
Yeah, eyes behind their head and ears in another room. That is a skill of motherhood for sure.
Oh, bat line.
She will never let me live that down. I called her an old bat once when I was 11, and I'd probably just heard it on some cartoon or something at the time. And I didn't realize that she'd been sneaking up the stairs. She yelled up at me from the bottom of the stairs I think she just yelled my name. And I got up, I was with my friends in my bedroom, I got up from where I was sitting in my room, and I went, and as I was walking to my door, I said to my friends, oh, what does the old bat want now? I seriously don't know where I came up with that name. And I went to open the door, and when I opened my door, my mom was standing on the other side. And she hasn't let me live down that moment ever since.
And Lisa's like, see, she's not such an angel.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one, you know, I could probably count the number of times I got in trouble on one hand and still maybe have a finger left over.
Yeah.
So it's one of the rare times I gave my mom any sass.
Yeah, you didn't usually.
I didn't usually.
That's why hence Lisa's comment. See?
Yeah.
At least she's back into my face, so.
Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to talk about in this vlog, because it came up in a question on day 2 of Vlogmas, someone left it in the comments. I think because of all the squirrel gifts that Tamzin gave me, they asked where my love of squirrels, my obsession with squirrels came from. And you'll have seen yesterday in the Prescott vlog that, or no, 2 days ago in the Prescott vlog, that I bought a squirrel mug. I've got a thing for squirrels. It's also kind of down to Mom. That's something else that's Mom's fault. When I was little, my mom came up with a story about the magical talking squirrel, and he was our friend and would look out for us, and he was the one friend that would follow us everywhere we moved. My family was a military family, so we moved every 2 to 3 years. Well, 1 to 3 years. I'd say 2 years on average was how frequently we were moving and changing schools and making new friends and saying goodbye to friends, and it's a rough life for military kids. Not the roughest life ever. I feel like I have to put a disclaimer there, but it's not easy. And being a kid in general is full of its own struggles. But when you add in constantly moving, I think any other kid who moves around for any other reason, you know what I'm talking about. Moving and the constant change and instability and not having friendships that last is really challenging when you're growing and developing and learning how to be social. I think it's one reason why I'm fairly shy, because I never really got good at making friends and stuff. And so the magical talking squirrel was the one friend that would move around, and it was genius on my mother's part because pretty much everywhere we moved to had squirrels. I think by the time we moved somewhere that didn't have squirrels, we were kind of old enough that we didn't need this story as much. So when we moved to the Mojave Desert in Southern California, I was in middle school and I knew there was no talking squirrel. But as a kid, it was really helpful. So when we lived in Michigan and when we lived in Germany, we lived in a few different places in Germany, there were always squirrels there. So every time we'd be walking through a park and would see a squirrel, my mom would be like, oh look, it's our friend, the magical talking squirrel. And then when we would travel, so the talking squirrel followed us wherever we moved to. But then whenever we visited somewhere, like if we took a trip to France, or if we took a trip to England or Scotland or Switzerland or wherever, then it was always the talking squirrel's cousin, the Swiss talking squirrel or the French talking squirrel or the Scottish talking squirrel. So again, pure genius on my mother's part. But yeah, I've always loved squirrels, and now it just makes me think about the magical talking squirrel, and I can't fully explain it. I just love them. It's got the nostalgic childhood memory association, but they're also just really cute little animals. They're little and cute and fluffy. I love the fluffy tail. And they're very expressive. Whenever I've seen squirrels in London, particularly in places like London where they're far less afraid of humans, like they will come right up to you and they just go back on their hind legs and have their little paws in front of them and just look up at you like, are you gonna give me something? They're adorable. Not everyone likes squirrels. I love squirrels. I can't fully explain it because it probably is something I should have grown out of, but I never have. So there you go. That is why I'm obsessed with squirrels. But I have been procrastinating long enough. I need to get back to grading. I'm not gonna get all of the rough drafts graded, but I'd like to get at least part of one class done today. If I can get like half done in one day, I'd probably be able to get most of them done I'd probably be able to get through all of the classes by the end of next week. But if I could take all of Wednesday next week as well, I could probably blast through a good amount. So I'm gonna try to get through as much as I can today, as much as I can between today and next Wednesday, like obviously not over the weekend, and then do more next Wednesday, try to finish it up. If I could finish up these rough drafts by end of day next Wednesday, I just knocked the table, knocked you out. Sorry for making you wobbly. But yeah, if I could get all of these done by end of day next Wednesday, oh, that would be amazing. I'm so ready for this semester to be done. I don't know why this semester has felt so hard, but this semester has felt massively hard, and I'm ready for it to be over. And I'm really trying not to think about next semester, because if this semester has felt this hard, I'm legitimately terrified about what the spring semester is going to feel like. So yeah, I'm going to get back to work and we will just see how much progress I can make. So what did you say?
The pie came out perfect. It didn't split.
No splits, no cracks.
And the crust is nice and brown.
We still have to wait to see about the bottom.
Yeah. If it's soggy or not, it
Uh-huh.
will not be a soggy bottom. Even if it is, I don't care. As we all know from last year's vlog,
And the pin,
I shall not repeat myself.
no. And the pinwheels turned out perfect
I
as
don't know why
well.
this one came up.
Yeah, that's
But
funny.
he's lost
but
to me.
You're gonna eat them?
Uh-huh.
They're so good. They're like little mini cinnamon rolls, basically. So she takes the pie crust that she does for the pumpkin pie. And is it pretty much the same filling you would put into a cinnamon roll?
Uh-huh. Exactly the same.
So same filling you'd put in cinnamon roll, but just pie crust. But just
Butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon.
but the dough is the pie crust instead of regular cinnamon roll dough. So they've got a slightly different texture. They're a little bit flakier and crispier, but like I could eat this whole rack right now. And I think between Mom and I, we could probably demolish it between the two of us, but we do have to save them for other people. But this is the problem. Every year, Mom will make these like on the Tuesday or Wednesday. Sometimes you've made them on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And I don't usually come over until Wednesday. And by the time I get over here,
There's a couple left.
yeah, Lisa, Dad, and Mom have eaten almost all of them. So, you know, I think this year turnaround is fair play. I'm gonna eat all of these and leave Lisa and Tamzin like two each. I'm finally here the day that they've come out of the oven. Like, I'm really ready to box up like half of these and hide them just for myself so that I don't have to share. I know these would be super easy to make, so we'll have to make pinwheels separately as like a Christmas cookie.
Yeah, they can be made as like a...
Because we can make a small amount of,
have to wait for
we can make a small amount of,
pie to make them.
yeah, we can make a small amount of pie crust just for pinwheels.
Yeah.
So,
But I make an extra flaky pie crust.
extra flaky.
Extra flaky. It came out good, didn't it? You need to tell your audience.
Tell
Store-bought pie crust would not be the same.
store-bought would not be the same.
No. You have to use...
If store-bought is all you can manage, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not sure it would taste as good. I mean, you could try...
Mom has opinions about store-bought crust.
Well, mainly because it's just a plain pie crust with not much flavor. Because I use yummy real butter.
I'm seriously gonna put a couple of these on a plate for myself. And maybe I should I'm gonna make some coffee.
Hey Scott, you better get a pinwheel before Andrea eats them all.
I'm gonna make myself some coffee, decaf. It's only 2:13. I got distracted by grading other stuff. So I'm just now getting around to grading the final drafts. So I think coffee and a nice cup of coffee in a Christmas mug with some pinwheel cookies and maybe some more of the fudge that I got in Prescott. I think that's just what I need to try to get me through grading more of these papers. So that's what I'm gonna do. So it's a wild party night here at the house. me, Mom, and Gus. Lisa and Tamzin are still out. They were at Canyon Lake until almost sunset. And now I think they're driving back to this side of town. But they were gonna go to a couple shops and go to dinner. So it's just Mom and me and Gus. hanging out here at the house. I didn't get as much grading done as I would have liked, but I think I was a little ambitious thinking that I would get more grading done than what I did. So I still managed to get a decent amount of grading done, and everything that really had to be graded and responded to and done and everything before Thanksgiving did get done. So the only grading that's left right now is stuff that technically, like I was saying earlier, it's the final drafts. If they don't get done until after the last day of classes even, and after Tamzin leaves, I'm within my rights to do that. The students can wait, basically. So everything that's more time sensitive has been done. I'm just trying to get as much done ahead of time as possible so that I have less to do after Tamzin leaves, because if Tamzin wasn't here, if Tamzin hadn't done her trip, I would just be grading like a fiend right now to get ahead of stuff so that I'm done as early as possible, and I would be blasting through all of my final prep for the spring semester. I think I got the one, I need to send an email to follow up because I haven't seen anything in the portal thing, but I think I got the one kind of teaching admin that's more like an employment thing. Got that done. I think, if I did it right, I think it's done. But I still need to do teaching admin. So there was employment admin and teaching admin. So the employment admin I think is done. The teaching admin in terms of spring prep, I'm still working on. Then the grading, I'm still working on. But the grading for my business writing class was stuff that needed to be done sooner rather than later, and that got done. So yay me, gold star, I did well. But I'm so tired and I'm in so much pain today. There's no way I could have gone out to Canyon Lake today. So I would have loved to, but we're all, you all and me, we're all gonna have to watch Tamzin's vlog from today to see what it was like and how much fun they must have been having. I hope she vlogged. I didn't text her reminders to, you know, pick up her camera, so I hope she did actually vlog, because I will be a little bit irritated, sort of. Just kidding, sort of. I will be irritated if she got like 30 seconds of footage from today and that's it. But if that's the case, it means she was having so much fun she forgot to vlog, so that's a good thing for her. Just would kind of suck for us. So yeah, I got a lot of grading done, gave up on that midway through the afternoon, gave up on that later in the afternoon, and switched to vlog editing. So tomorrow's vlog, which will be yesterday's vlog for you, Vlogmas Day 4, because this is Day 5. Vlogmas Day 4 is edited, it is exporting, I will be uploading it soon. As soon as it's exported, basically. I'm heating up leftover fish and chips from Cheesecake Factory last night, so that'll be my dinner. Mom and Dad have already had dinner. I just wasn't feeling hungry at 5 o'clock, but I think I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry now. So yeah, now Mom and I are just gonna hang out, watch something more cheerful than what she currently has it on. She's put it on the Science Channel, and so it's one of those disaster shows. How did it happen or something?
Engineering catastrophes.
Engineering catastrophes. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna keep watching this because I would like to watch something a little bit more lighthearted. So I might see if she wants to put on an Escape to the Country or something while we wait for the girls to get home. But I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here, so because I just want to be done. I want to import this footage. I'll show you little bits of the rest of the evening, but I want to get this imported and lined up so that I can start editing this one tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the Thanksgiving Day vlog, so come back for that. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'd really appreciate both of those things. Let me know in the comments. You can leave me a laptop emoji, because I feel like I've spent my whole day on one laptop or the other, either my work one or my personal one. So I'm ready to not look at a computer screen for a while. So leave me a laptop emoji to let me know which one of you lovely people have made it all the way to the end of this vlog. And then in the comments, you can also, what question should I ask them? What question would you like to ask them?
On the day before Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Do they have a special Thanksgiving food item that they can't do without?
Okay. Special Thanksgiving food you can't do without.
Turkey? Or maybe they do it something other than a turkey. There's some people would rather do ham.
I think since Mom was doing some prep, like she was baking the pumpkin pie today, what do you, first of all, do you celebrate Thanksgiving? Whether you care about the original, story of Thanksgiving, or it's just a family holiday, do you do anything for Thanksgiving? If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, you can answer this question for whatever big food related holiday you do have. What do you prepare the day before or 2 days before? So what are your like food plans, your meal plans for the big holiday? And what do you kind of break up and do a little bit before to make cooking on the day a little bit easier? Mom pretty much always does the baking the day before. There's my food. So that is your question. I would love to hear your responses in the comments. I'm gonna eat my dinner and have a cozy evening, and I will see you all tomorrow in the next day of Vlogmas. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye. Say bye, Mama.
Bye, everyone.